John, I'm not gonna just accept the apology. When I say the safe word, you stop. Yes, I'm using a BlackBerry. God. You. Yeah, I love you too. What are you doing here? You know what we want. We want to take over. A little sick. What do I do? Good thing I have my Metamune balls.
Metamune balls is contents of Rambo fluids, ejaculation paste, elephant remains, special conservation relief technology, crystal meth, lighter fluid, rat poison, and a sprinkle of honey.
Metamune balls.
Get ready for a world of pain. Oh, shit.
Metamune balls! Metamune balls! Presented 100% ad-free for your viewing pleasures. This is John Rambo Presents the show. My name is John. I'm joined by the safe word is pulp. I repeat, the safe word is pulp. Ladies and gentlemen, OJ.
Mashed.
Here.
Mashed.
Johnny boy.
That's me.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Is this Robo J has been replaced? Where's the real OJ? Is he still gone? He was in some tropical islands last week.
You don't want to know.
We have some sort of an OJ here. We don't know if it's a clone, a robot, if it's just some form. How are you, sir?
Implagued.
You doing okay?
I'm doing okay. I think, I don't know, I woke up today with a sore throat.
Yes.
I am now worried.
What were you doing with this throat?
Talking.
Where's it been?
Seattle.
Well, there you go. You were at the PAX event over the weekend. We'll talk about. We're talking about that tonight, of course. I have some things to ask you actually about it.
Okay.
I'm sure you have maybe some stories.
A little bit.
A little bit. Okay, we'll see what happens with that. If it's boring, I'll just cut you right off. We'll be in the middle of saying something. Stop.
If you cut me off every time I was boring, I'd never.
So we got to thank Mr. Kyle Charles from Madhead Productions for our intro today, ladies and gentlemen. Please check out youtube.com/MadheadProductions. Doing some fine work there. And if you don't go, you're just missing out, right? So why hurt yourself in such a way?
Don't hurt yourself.
The equivalent of not going there is just like punching yourself in the ass. Why would you do that?
That's just not comfortable in any way, shape, or form.
Like, why would you just get up in the morning and just punch yourself in the ass, John? Why would you do that? Why did you do this?
You know,
So check out the Madhead Productions. That's how I promote. Aren't I good at promoting things? That's a great way to put it, I think. I mean, that's just a brilliant way. So OJ was at PAX. I forgot you were going, and I was like, let's have a talk tonight.
Oh yeah, gosh.
And you're like, I'm leaving right now for several days.
Yeah, like
That's
I was
cool,
leaving the office, I think.
Yeah, that's cool. You know, you're a young man, John. You enjoy yourself, you know. But I didn't hear from you for the whole weekend, and you were kind of quiet. You're usually pretty quiet on the social media things, which is fun, which is cool, you know. Understandable.
Yeah.
You're not going to get nude pictures of you leaked out because you're not posting them all over the place, right? It's not going to happen.
Wait, if you don't post them, they do get leaked, or they
I
don't
think
get
so.
leaked?
That's what the story is, right? I'm not sure.
Okay.
If you leak them, I don't know. I'm very confused about this. But you're usually pretty quiet. But then I just noticed there's a tweet that you put out that I have to question here. I have it here. Let's see if I can pull it up. All right, here it is.
I better pull it up too.
And it's the only tweet that you did for like days and days. You didn't say I'm going or anything. You know, whatever. It is what it is. But this is the tweet that he comes out with out of nowhere. And it's OJ in his Dan costume. You know, it makes sense. It's cool. And he says, Dan approves, exclamation point. Funny, because you're Dan, and you approve of, I don't know, something. The convention, the game, whatever. But then it gets a little weird. I never saw you ever do this before. And it's hashtag Sunset Overdrive arrives 10/28 on hashtag Xbox.
Yeah.
I've
Funny
never seen you
story.
do hashtags ever, and I don't. Is this something you're interested in this game? I don't think you have Xbox or.
I don't have an Xbox One or anything
or
like
you're not-
that.
you're not-
No.
Well, you just wanted everyone to know. Listen, guy, 10/28. This is coming out. Here's the hashtags, so you can talk about. I will not be part of this, but you should get it.
So what ended up happening was I was in line for getting an autograph from an author, and I looked to the side, and to the left there's a booth where you can get your photo taken, and then they'll either email it to you or tweet it at you.
Of course.
And I'm like, okay. Oh, and you get a pin. Now, I don't know if all y'all are up and up on this whole penny arcade trading thing.
No one is.
Well, Penny Arcade started coming out with their own sets of pins, and some of them go for oobly boodly doodly
Sounds like
doodly
you're
$1 million.
collecting the pins.
Yeah, like there's some pins that go for like $50 that you can buy that you could just get for 10.
Let's leave this up here. The blatant whoring. that we see
So,
here.
so Caroline and I are collecting
Prostitution that I
these
see in this
pins.
tweet. Yes.
And I asked them, well, what do you have to do to get the pin? They're like, oh, you have to tweet it. I'm like, can I write my own message? Yes, but you have to keep the hashtags. So I cut out
How
the
do they
original
know if you
message.
don't? They check your thing?
Dude, you do it from their computer.
Oh my god.
Then it sends you the image.
What?
Yeah, then it sends you the image.
This is sick.
Yeah,
I feel
so
dirty for you here.
so I figured I'd do something. I'd say something silly, like it's approved by Dan Hibiki, who is a complete and utter joke.
Yeah. You said, what do I got to do for this pin? I will do anything for you.
Not anything.
It's just it's just funny. Hashtag Xbox.
Yeah.
Coming from you, it was just very strange. I'm like, someone paid him for that. I'm like, is there a new sponsor that OJ has? Is he going to be
Well,
there'd be like I was expecting that you wouldn't show up tonight, and there'd be the OJ show, sponsored by Xbox, with
No.
Don Matrick as the first guest.
Aw, dude. Though, to be fair,
Yeah, it's
one
funny,
other
it's
thing,
funny,
these
yeah.
folks the Sunset Overdrive folks were actually pretty nice.
Yeah, did you tell them that there's no way in hell you'll ever play their game or will not be buying the game?
No, I didn't say that.
Okay.
They actually paid for a shuttle bus
Yeah.
between certain parts of the city and the convention center. And the shuttle bus is painted up with their logo and has a giant alien smashed to the front of it.
Yeah, it's called advertising, John.
Yep, it's called advertising. But hey, it saves us like 20 minutes.
So you rode on the Overdrive bus and tweeted it out.
I didn't tweet the Overdrive bus.
Hashtag Sunset Overdrive bus. Hashtag excellent. Hashtag I love Xbox. Hashtag Matrick rules. Hashtag I wish I was his son.
You don't understand how ridiculous people get about these pins.
I know, it's fun. It's funny. I just I got a
Dude,
good laugh.
it's,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
I can imagine.
Like, no, listen to this. Okay,
You're
I
caught up
saw
in it,
on
yeah.
my, like, there's a guidebook application for your phones that
Uh-huh.
tell you, hey, what do you want to, and you can tell it, hey, I want to go to this event or whatever. And I'm looking through, and I just absentmindly check a few events that I want it to let me know when they're going to happen.
yeah.
And I check one for pin trading. Like,
Yeah.
oh, Caroline will love this, and this will be fun because we need to get some more pins. So we're walking by where that event's going to be held just randomly because it's the bus let us off somewhere near there. And we see the event is in 2 hours. But we look over and there's a line forming with 6 people in it. Like, what's going on? Oh, this is the line for the pin trading. Okay.
Pin trading.
And you plan on waiting here for 2.5 hours? Oh, yeah, totally worth it.
We can't wait to put all the hashtags we can. Someone in the
So
chat is pointing out that you did not say hashtag the show tonight. Or or anything like that. You had to know I was going to bust your chops about this when you did it. You probably were like, this pin is worth. This must have been really worth it to you because you knew this was coming.
Well, the pin probably turned into a much more valuable pin
All right, let me
and
ask
made
you this
Caroline
one.
happy.
Did you lose the pin, or do you still own it?
Well, I think
No,
this
don't
is one
tell
of
me
the
you
ones
lost
we
the
took
pin. Don't tell
No,
me
we
you lost
traded it at pin trading for a pin probably worth $50.
This is crazy. Okay. This is insanity. Hashtag pin trading. I like it, John. Whatever you're into, it's fine with me. It's good, clean fun. It could have been worse. Hashtag crystal meth. Hashtag inside my body now. Hashtag just jumped off the roof. Hashtag fell in the arms of a sumo wrestler on the 3rd floor. Hashtag he's taking very gentle care of me. That could have been it. That's a story to tell, right?
He is taking very good care of me.
Hashtag, yeah. You're doing it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, whatever. So, very controversial. This is a show of controversies tonight, John. A lot of different controversial material we have to talk about. That was one of them. The hashtag Xbox, very controversial. There's a controversy surrounding me. Do you know about this? What's going on? It's all chaos going on. People want answers. They want answers from me, but there's rumors, there's accusations, assumptions being thrown around. And people want to know what I have to say about a certain situation.
Oh, no.
It's time for the truth.
The truth.
I'm prepared to deliver the truth.
Stand
Okay?
and deliver, John.
All right, let's deliver the truth. So here we go. So, OJ, as you know, for the last several years, I've been against something. The use of toilet paper. I feel very strongly about this. Against it. I feel like it's a waste of paper.
Did you get a bidet?
It could be used. No, I did not. I felt like this in the past, okay? It causes chafing. It's a waste of paper. Paper can be used for all kinds of things. Writing hashtags on it. Or stuffing boxes with gifts that are for me. These are all good uses of paper. Also, like I said, chafing. A rash has formed once. I was very unhappy.
It can get a lot worse than chafing.
You were on my side with this, but then OJ set me up with this nice roll, as you see here in this picture I've presented. At first I was skeptical about it. What is this? A very special roll? You made this yourself? How did you do it? What is it made of?
Oh, what? I can't see the image.
All right. You made this toilet paper for me, and it was very comfortable. Maybe someday you'll explain how you did it.
Well, it's loading.
And I'm here to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, to stop this controversy, to stop this chaos. So if I go on a podcast or something, people will not be coming into the chat and trying to say things or stir up anything. Because, ladies and gentlemen, as you see here, toilet paper is okay with me. I used it, and I found a sheet that's comfortable for my behind, and I had a great experience, as you see here. And it's time that we could put this controversy to rest. So we thank you, and that'll be the end of it, I believe.
I'm really regretting loading the stream at this moment.
So there we go. It's the end of that controversy. You know.
Oh my gosh.
But as I mentioned, John, there are many controversies which we'll be discussing on tonight's show.
Yeah, like the toilet pooper.
That's already done. We already did that. You didn't know about this whole thing that was going on. People were very mad at me.
I completely missed that.
How dare
that
you?
Was...
How dare you not like toilet paper? Why don't you want to use the toilet paper? Because I was outspoken about my opinion on this.
Yeah.
And this is, I had to stop. I had to clear it up.
Well,
it
explains so much. If you hadn't been using toilet paper for that long,
I was against it.
That just makes so much more sense.
What do you mean by that? Is that some sort of an insult?
Could be.
Are you anti-non-toilet paper users?
There's alternatives. I mean, I'm not even kidding, dude. A friend of mine, seriously, his dad just bought a bidet for their house.
He's like, no more toilet paper. It's all about the bidet.
It's all about the bidet. He doesn't poop downstairs anymore. He just always goes upstairs. Which means if you're at his house and you see him go upstairs, you know why.
Buttocks. You know why? He's like, it's not because when he comes out of the bathroom, his entire behind of his pants is soaked.
I don't know. There's some folks here from Europe. I think they understand that bidets aren't that messy.
I've been to Japan. I've used the bidet.
I've used bidets by accident. I didn't know how to use a real one on purpose.
Shoots right into your mouth. Push the wrong button. All right, John. So that controversy's over with. This is another one. I want you to read this because this kind of pertains to you, actually.
All right, where am I reading from?
I'm going to send it to you, and you're going to read it to everyone. Because you're that kind of a nice gentleman.
I will read to everyone.
Okay.
Should I say who wrote it?
Yes, you should say who wrote it.
This comes to us from Dude Guy 1354.
Who's a dude that you've spoken to in the past? Dude Guy.
Dearest John and OJ, I wore my StayBallsy shirt for my senior pictures. I take the pictures, no problems. Next week I get told that the shirt isn't appropriate, isn't allowed in school, and unless I take a retake, I won't be in the yearbook. Keep in mind, I've worn the black StayBallsy shirt minimum of 5 times, and the blue one probably twice to school. No comments, no complaints, no teacher, student, administrators have said it was offensive. So, my question is, the Zick, man. Why? Why is this a thing? John, from your previous stories of an effed up education, I'll guess you have some story that relates to this.
This is very disturbing news, OJ, and you're actually the person that packages these shirts and sends them out with a lot of loving care that you put into that. How do you feel that the gentleman's wearing the shirt and then is scolded in such a way?
I'm sad, first of all, that no one said anything and they just freaked out about it after the fact. And also, what is so bad about it? It's an actual word, and it can have meanings that don't have anything to do with testicles if you take it that way.
And I actually have a picture of Dude Guy right now wearing the shirt that was going to be in it. And what's funny about it, the way he's standing, you can't even really see the entire thing. It's kind of cut. Well, it actually kind of looks worse. It looks like it says "Stay Balls," which I guess might be worse in some ways. But again, I mean, is that such a bad slogan? I mean, there's
not at all
compared to things that are out there now.
I mean, someone. I haven't met anyone who's been offended by it yet. That's not saying much, but
it's hard to tell if people are offended by the shirt or what the person that's wearing doing. Does that make sense? I mean, what I just said.
Yeah, like I've seen, dude. It's funny. Like you'll get yelled at for having a shirt that says "Stay Ballsy" on it, but like you can wear something like I don't know. I'd like to
wear a disgusting Nike or Reebok or some kind of logo or a Penny Arcade cup that OJ's drinking out of.
Sorry, it was the first one I grabbed from downstairs.
Some sort of a corporate sponsorship. That's perfectly fine to have on your body. Like the movie Idiocracy. You ever see that movie Idiocracy?
Not yet.
It's excellent. You should watch it. But a motto of positivity that is inspiring to all mankind. That's shut down. Oh, we can't have this.
You know, I heard that. Well, I mean, I want to see the most revealing clothing that people are allowed to wear versus the Stay Ballsy shirt.
What are they going to do about this?
What's allowed?
Anything but that, apparently.
Yeah, like, come on, guys.
We're going to have to find out the number of the school. I'm going to have to call the school. As a concerned parent will call the school. Like, I'm going to have to do that. Because the Ramborgians are like my children. And I am much like a father. And I must call the school. That's the only explanation I could come up with on this. But if I was him, I would want to know why this is.
Yeah,
right?
What's the problem?
You hear about these stories from time to time in the news, like this kid was taken out of school for having this or that, right? You hear about these things? This one, of course, doesn't get any kind of national exposure when it should.
It's not even... It's like there are far more offensive things people have worn to school. I don't understand.
Ballsy.
Yeah.
It's not stay fuck.
Yeah,
that
dude.
Shirt, stay fuck. That's
I see
bad.
people with shirts with the F word on it all the time.
Yeah.
That's allowed.
We don't need that shirt.
Well, apparently, according to Mark, some schools in Sweden banned people from wearing Sweden shirts because it is racist against people from other countries.
Wow, that's a whole other thing. That's like the other end, right?
Like, dang, man.
That's like the other opposite end. Wow.
Like, you can't win.
Yeah. I remember, speaking of shirts, I don't know if this is on topic or not, but on St. Patrick's Day, a lot of people wear the Ireland clothing.
Yep.
I remember this kid. You might know, I'm not going to bring his name up, but he's an Italian gentleman.
Is he okay?
And he showed... Is he okay, you said?
No, I said okay. I burped.
Yeah, he's an Italian gentleman, and he showed up in full Italian gear on St. Patrick's Day. I assume to troll the people, but people were mad. I remember thinking that's how strange that is. That people
likes Italy.
People have any of these flags on. It's just kind of weird.
No, it's funny though. Like if you wear orange on St. Patrick's Day, people will pinch you. It's going to happen.
Really? I don't do it. I don't participate.
You're supposed to pinch people who wear orange.
Yeah.
Which
Maybe
is,
we need to get so popular that we have a holiday. This is the only way we can rectify the situation, guy. We got our own holiday where people have to wear the shirts.
Ballsy Day.
And then they can't say anything. They go, okay, well, it's tradition.
Make it a religion.
Yeah, man, I don't know what to say about that. I think you're going to have to come up with some ideas on how to fix this. Because you're the shirt guy. You're responsible for these shirts. Right?
Yeah.
You know what would be amazing to do?
What?
And if we were in a higher stature of operation here, this is what I would do. Okay, let's say we were a huge deal, and we said money to just throw away. You show up at the school. This is what I would have done today. We would have done the show from the parking lot of the school yesterday. Let's assume today's the first day of school, right?
Mm-hmm.
We would have done the show last night live in the parking lot. Stayed there overnight, being insane. I don't know. Maybe we just play a game, go to sleep. I don't know. Doing something. And then all the kids come to school in the morning. We open up the van that we have. We have a van. And we just start giving the shirts out for free to everyone in the school.
Oh, dude.
Because that's what you do if you have a lot of cash. You could be a jerk and have a great time.
You're clothing children.
Whoa, someone just fell. But imagine that, you show up and we just give every person in the school a shirt.
I mean, what are they gonna do? Tell everyone they can't wear them? That'll make the kids want to wear the. Hey.
Yeah.
Our high school is pretty small.
This will happen, maybe.
We only need.
Here's a
let me
question.
Think about this.
He's talking about yearbooks and stuff, yearbook photos and stuff. Did you get your picture taken for the yearbook?
Yep.
Do you have the yearbooks that I'm in and you're in and stuff?
Some of them in my parents' house.
If
somewhere.
you have the yearbooks, we'll have to do scans and see what the hell.
Oh,
the show.
no. You can see how everything went wrong.
I don't actually own them.
I
didn't do any of that crap. I don't have the school ring. It's all a freaking scam, dude.
I didn't buy a ring.
The ring, the yearbook, the whole deal. Even the prom's kind of a money-making thing for the school, right?
Oh yeah.
And then people get wasted and die and stuff, driving home and whatever.
It's
people half of them get pregnant, whatever happens.
None of that happened to me, thankfully.
You didn't get pregnant?
Nope.
Hashtag pregnant? That didn't happen for you?
Nope.
Hashtag pregnant, hashtag Xbox.
Pregnant Xbox. My Xbox had a baby.
Yeah, if you can find the yearbooks and put the pictures up, that'd be awesome, man. I don't have them, so. But yeah, I'd show my photo and stuff. I remember I went to the. I didn't want to go to get the picture taken. But my mother really wanted me to do it, so I was like, all right, fine. I remember you had to go during the summer, which is probably what happened to him. To this other building or something, and I remember I wore a suit. I wore a tie and a shirt and a jacket, but then I had shorts on because I figured in my head that they wouldn't be filming below the waist.
Yeah. Oh,
and
man. Newsman approach.
And I remember I walked in and they just looked at me like I was the biggest dirtbag. It was so bizarre. Like I was the biggest piece of garbage dressing like this. The kids looked at me like that and the freaking photographers. And I'm like, who the hell are you? You're a photographer for a yearbook. What are you, Steven Spielberg and Scorsese over here? I mean, what do you think this is here?
Nah, dude, this is all you gotta do, man. You walk in for the photo, right? And if they're yelling at you because you're wearing shorts, just kind of just be like,
"Oh, I'm not looking at you." What are you doing?
Just rip the shirt off.
I thought you were suggesting I'd remove the shorts.
No, take off your shirts first.
So I just rip the shorts off. Then they'll start clapping.
Just get a tattoo that says "Stay Ballsy" and be like, "What up now?"
Well, people are.
Can't move my forehead from the shot.
I think over here school starts tomorrow. So if this was 35 years ago, I think you were in school, John. Then you'd be going to school for the first day tomorrow. Were you excited about the first day of school, or were you apprehensive about it? You didn't care. You just did it.
I was just like, I'm tired. I don't want to go.
You weren't into it.
I'd be happy to see my friends and stuff, but I wanted to sleep. I just wanted sleep.
Yeah. Huh. There's still stories that people tell me.
There we go.
You just made yourself disappear. What did you do? John. Oh, we lost him. I don't know what he did. Oh, boy. So I was about to say, I'm not going to tell him, but every time I run into people from school, from like way back, or I haven't seen them in a long time, and they always remember me with John as my sidekick / lackey. These are things I could say while he's not on the air with us. And they always, how's John? Because they always remember that, we were friends. And I go, he's doing well. And then they go, I remember he used to wear shorts in like negative 10-degree weather. And I go, yeah, and he does that. That's for sure. All right, let's try to get him back. I'm going to raise the volume, I know. We've been having this problem lately where he's been dropping. And then he told me that because he's like, oh, I'm on my wireless. So.
The person whom you're trying to reach is currently unavailable. Please leave a message after the beep.
OJ! So I suggested to him that perhaps he plugs in his modem directly into the PC. But he didn't see. He's like, oh, I have to move it. I'm going to have to move the modem. You know? It's a big deal. Hi.
I was just about to reset the router.
Maybe it's time to improve your stuff there.
I was just about to reset the router when you caught me.
What? Okay. Let's just move on.
Well, it's weird because what happened was,
Yeah.
Caroline's computer, the battery died, and the internet just died too.
Really?
At the same time.
Huh.
I don't know what's going on in this house, but it hates technology.
Yeah, you gotta figure it out, dude. Come on.
Yeah, I
together.
ordered the part. I'll have it for next show.
You don't want me to come there and start messing around. I'll do it.
Don't
through
worry,
the crawl
man.
space, running wires through things.
I got the replacement part. Put it in the computer, and we will have way better signal.
All right. I don't even know what we're talking about. Let's just keep going.
Oh, we were talking about yearbook, where I was suggesting that you could get StayBallsy tattooed to your forehead, and they couldn't really do much to hide that.
Yeah, that's true. I wouldn't suggest it, though. That is a great show of dedication. Can't be responsible for things like that. I want to give an update on Schnoz Made a Hole Punch, the Blu-ray, DVD, whatever this is going to be, some sort of collection. As I talked about last week, we found a good company to work with, and we're going to go ahead and get something done here. What I'm basically doing right now, it's going to be like I told OJ, I'm going through steps of creation. And right now I'm going through all the old footage and messing with it in good ways. Trying to improve the audio, making it look a lot nicer. Actually, I have a video I could play here.
Oh?
I think. Yes, here it is. On the left side of this video, you will see... I don't think you should try to watch it. I don't suggest you do that, John.
Oh.
So to John. Everyone else could check it out. The left side is the original that you saw on YouTube, and the right side is the new improved visual. So it's pretty drastic. It's insane. It's literally night and day. It's like peeling off this dark yellow crap that was like all over the camera or something. I don't know. It's weird. And just kind of sharpening it and coloring it right. So it's a time-consuming process, but it's been interesting doing it. It's really like just going back in time, man. Just taking this footage and going through all the raw footage and trying to improve the episodes and seeing all the weird conversations we had while we were making this thing and the arguments and everything else.
John fighting with me because I refused to go inside a bush.
Yeah, I heard a little bit. I can't take the whining, though, so I can't listen to very long. But what's interesting is the audio There's basically like all this microphone static. What I kind of learned actually is that like every microphone kind of sucks no matter what it is.
Yeah.
And you're like basically what everyone does is you take it and then you use programs to clean it, and that's pretty much how you get really good audio. Because I never understood it, so I'm like, even this new microphone that we got for $200 sounds weird, sounds static.
Yeah,
It's
right.
just how it is, you know. Because there's environment and all kinds of weird noises. But like I said, I'm cleaning the audio, and you hear things in there that like you never heard. It's odd. Like for instance, in the apartment, you take out all the static, you hear like stuff outside, like cars and.
Oh yeah.
For the monologues, I hear just OJ. I just hear like the saliva. It's like, and I just like, oh, it's disgusting. It's almost like I taste it in my mouth, listening to it. So I'm actually going through it. So I got to go through and I actually listen for the saliva, and I cut it out, and it's good that I think it's good that it's gone now, you know. So there'll be no saliva. But I was telling OJ that the idea is to make the ultimate best versions of each episode that we have for different purposes. And we'll do, I don't know, some treachery with them, I guess. But
Prepare yourselves.
I think the idea is to get the set done before the holidays, or in the midst of the holidays, and people have a chance to check it out. And looking forward to it. So it's gonna be I think looking at all the work that's gonna be done is basically like making another episode. But not quite as challenging though, because there's really there's not much creativity to it. It's just mechanical. Okay, color, remove audio. You know, it's like that kind of. It's not really like I have to come up with this, you know, thing and try this or that. So, you know, but it's happening. It's happening right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe you've gotten as much done as you have. That's really impressive.
We're rolling with it. Okay. There also might be some added in music and some other things. It's weird because it's like a fine line between like, you don't want to George Lucas it and go too far, where it's like oh, that doesn't belong, right? You want to kind of keep what's there, but improve what's there.
You're leaving the CGI Jabba the Hutt, right?
I wish I could do all kinds of things, but it's, you know, you don't want to go crazy, I think. So John, last week I did the ice bucket deal.
Yep.
I also invented the Schnozgoo challenge as well.
Yep, that's.
What are your thoughts on the ice bucket deal? We asked Stern what he thought about it. What are your thoughts on it in general?
Well, I think it's good to raise awareness about Lou Gehrig's disease, and if this is what gets people caring about it, then sure, go for it. It sounds like you challenged me, so it looks like I'll be going to the hardware store in the near future.
Go to Home Depot. They got the buckets out there. They know what's going on. They have the ice in the buckets.
Yeah, because I've got buckets at home, but we've used them to mop the entire house. That's moppable.
Yeah.
So, ew.
One of the buckets I used, there was like dirt and stuff. It's sand. I had to actually throw all my clothes had to be thrown out after that happened. It was mostly because of the blue goo, and I think I made it incorrectly. Do you know what's the real way to make it? Because I obviously, you saw it. You saw the video, right?
Yeah, I saw the video.
Where did I go wrong? It was like all water, and then there was like one chunk of just freaking goop.
Yeah, you were supposed to pour the water out.
Really?
Yeah, you can discard that.
And then that's what the slime is, the solid piece?
Yeah, the slime is the solid.
But if that poured on me, it was so solid that it hit me like a freaking, it felt like a freaking, like a basketball hitting you in the head. Because it was...
Yeah, that's what it'll do.
Okay, well, it's supposed to be like that. Does it look right to you?
Well, what might have been better is making a few smaller batches and then loading them into the bucket.
This is why I need you, John.
Oh,
You're my goose guy. I should have put that in the credits of the episode. Goose specialist.
it's funny though, because we've had to make goo a bunch of times.
Oh, you know what? I screwed up. I had a picture because I went outside earlier today and I took a picture of the ground. It's still blue. I couldn't get off the ground.
Oh,
And it was mostly glue because I had like 7 things of glue that I put in this bucket in order to make this, and it was just glue all over. I had all the clothes. I was completely nude. I took all the clothes off, put them in a bag, and just threw them out.
Well, it's gonna rain eventually. That should take care of the ground.
Yeah, perhaps.
Or the grass will grow out.
Yeah. Well, I'm curious to see, like this kind of. I think this opens the door for a lot more charity type of based internet things. You know,
definitely.
Which is a cool thing, I think. But I wonder what the hell. It's gonna be some wacky. What could be next? It could be anything.
Yeah, what's the next? It needs to be something harmless, but
uncomfortable.
Yeah. Stick your hand in the oven for AIDS.
No, that's
for 5
that's
minutes. No?
no.
I don't know. So, I don't know.
It'll ruin the turkey.
It could be anything.
It could be anything.
All right, well that's that. I think it's cool. I think it's cool that it you know, the purpose of it. It is a stupid, like, you know, one of these things, of course. But it's got a good purpose behind it. I think it's easy for people.
Exactly.
It's easy to poke holes in anything, really, and find fault in things, especially like charity. People love to do that, like find it's whatever you want to say. But if you're the guy that's poking holes in things and you're not actually doing anything positive yourself, then I don't know if that's the guy
What
you
have
want
you
to
done?
be, you know? Right, so.
It's slacktivism, guys.
You could go up and down the line. You could say, like, oh, well, the buckets are made in, the plastic is not good for the environment. The buckets are made in sweatshops.
I'm reusing the bucket. I
Oh,
will
whatever,
use the
yeah.
bucket for something. I'll fill it with soda or lemurs or something.
I don't know. It's easy to be negative about things, but
Oh my gosh, how do you think I get through my day?
very negative guy.
I complain about everything.
Hashtags. Hashtag negative. OJ. Hashtag complaints. Hashtag negative. Hashtag Xbox. I want you to talk about PAX. Is it a long thing, or what do you got here? Because there's some other things I want to talk about as well.
Okay.
You got something quick for us? It was a good time.
Okay. Quick stuff about PAX.
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead. Take the floor here.
Okay. One of the craziest things that happened was a good story that people are actually going to enjoy.
Yeah, that's what we're going for.
Oh, I've got one. Okay. So we got invites to this. One of our friends is a friend of one of the performers at this particular party that they had, a party for Alienware. And they got us a link where you go RSVP, and as a VIP, you could just walk into the party, get free drinks and food or whatever.
Wow.
So that was cool. So we go in there, and this isn't me gloating about how awesome the party was. I mean, well, this is, but that's not the point of the story.
Okay, I understand.
So we get inside, we're hanging out. We see they've got these cool photo machines, and they're making ice cream out of dry ice in front of your face. They got computers, dancing, whatever. So we go outside, and we're hanging out. And one of our friends is talking with these two other guys who I think work in the industry on something, or artists. I don't remember. I'm a terrible person. So we're hanging out with them. And after the party, we wander over to walk them to their car before they leave, and we just end up going down to a bench and talking for a while. We're sitting there, and this dude on a bicycle comes up. And he looks a little ragged. So the way we're laid out, it's the two guys are sitting on a bench. Carol Ann and our friends are, I think, either on the bench or behind the bench, and I'm kind of in front, next on top of the sidewalk, in front of the bench.
Yeah.
Back a little bit. This dude comes up, and he's like, "Hey, hi, blah 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 blah. You guys, what are you guys doing out here? Blah 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 blah." Just starts talking at us. I'm like, "Okay, this is weird." It's like 11 p.m. by the way, so it's super dark. We're by the canal, which is kind of pretty at night, actually.
Bill Gates.
No, it wasn't. And this guy's just like, hey, blah, 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 blah. Like, okay, see you later. He's like, no, I want to tell you my story. Will you listen to my story? Like, I'm like, okay. We just kind of sit there listening to this guy. And he starts talking about how he can do 40 punches in like a minute or a second or something like that, telling us about how much he can punch. And how he's upset because like these guys were like making fun of him. They were stepping up to him, but he's like, no, I don't want to kill anybody. I don't want to mess anything up. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be a guy who kills someone. Like, okay, that's good. We don't want you to kill us either. Ha ha ha.
You're messing up the story, hon.
Oh boy.
So the guy comes over on his bike, and first thing asked if we have any ganja, which they
thought he said guns.
He said gun, and then said, "I don't want to kill anybody tonight. Have you ever been attacked by two men at once?"
Oh right, yeah.
That's how he started his story.
And then for the next 5 minutes, I was looking for the second guy. Like, have you ever been attacked by 2 men at once? So I'm turning around like, where's the other guy? He's guy number 1. Where's guy number 2? That's what he's getting at, right? And then he goes off about how strong he is and how he could kill people and blah, 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 but doesn't want to kill anybody. And I'm just like, okay, is he done yet? I'm really close to him right now. I'm kind of a big fat shield. Help. And then one of the guys said, here, man, you want a cigarette? Oh, yeah, sure. They give him a cigarette, light it for him, and the dude bikes away. I'm just like, okay, I'm done here.
Was he at the party, like the convention, or he just...
No.
He lived, maybe he lived by that bench, and you were... Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
That was a good time.
Oh my
gosh,
that
funny
was scary.
all the things you could talk about, that's what you got. Nothing.
Well, it was the most memorable, aside
right,
from me getting the story wrong. I was scared for my life.
All right, I gotta ask you about something, okay? I was thinking about this the other day because one of my family members, I think, is doing this now. So I remember I was like, freaking John did this. Do you remember, John, when you were a door-to-door salesman?
Oh no!
That sold knives.
Who's working for Vector Marketing?
I'm not revealing their names.
Okay.
It doesn't seem like people last very long at this. Is that what's the name of that thing? Is it Cutco Knives?
Cutco Knives.
Cutco Knives.
Cutco.
So this was like a summer, right? You did this?
I did it for 2 weeks before I got a better job.
For 2
At
weeks.
Dunkin' Donuts.
And they like kept harassing you, right, about it? They like wouldn't let
They
you...
wouldn't stop. Dude, I'm like, it's a Friday. I called them, said, hey man, I made like these calls, set up these appointments.
Yeah.
I'm good. Have a good night. I'll see you guys later. Like at 5 o'clock.
All right, hold on.
Dude keeps calling me all the way till like 11.
All right, you gotta start at the beginning here. So this is when you like Toys R Us. We talked about Toys R Us. They wouldn't take you back. Is this what happened?
This is what happened when
All right.
Toys R Us didn't take me back.
So OJ worked at Toys R Us with all of us. We're all friends and everything. OJ went to college. He comes back. There's no more room for him at Toys R Us.
Nope.
And he has to find another job. So he gets this job where he goes door to door selling knives, these special Cutco knives. And I remember...
Not quite door to close.
Well, it's close enough. But you wore like a suit, right? Yeah. And you had to go and give
I dress up all nice, yeah.
You had to give like a presentation. And you had to schedule appointments.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so because I remember, I think you did it for my parents. Or you're supposed to do it for my parents, but then you quit. Did you
I quit before. And I think they actually wanted the knives, didn't they?
They wanted to see you do the presentation, I think.
It was nothing but puns, man.
Yeah. Okay, all right. So take us through like the first day. You go to the Cutco office or something, and they train you? What's the training for the presentation like?
Well, first you go for an interview, and that was weird. Like, I was in a room waiting with a bunch of people, and they'd go on an interview with this guy one at a time who was like pretty young. He was probably in like his upper 20s or low 30s or whatever. Like, yeah,
he was
pretty
real
excited
into
guy, you know.
He was real into the knives.
Full of energy. He loves cutting stuff.
Yeah.
And this guy, he has me, and he's like, oh, blah, 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 blah. Why do you want to do this? Blah, 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 blah. He's like, all right, well, here. And then I think I did like a practice presentation or something where he just said, hey, sell me something. And then he told me I got the job and to come back like in a couple days for training or whatever. So I come back and there's a bunch of us, and they run us through the presentation or whatever. And then he's like, all right, so for the knives you're going to sell, you need to buy this $80 set, which is worth about $200.
You had to buy it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I had to pay them like $80 just to sell stuff for them.
So you basically buy like the sample?
Mm-hmm.
The sample product?
Yep, I actually still have it. Everything but my
Stole it.
scissors, which my ex-roommate took.
Okay.
It's a petite French chef knife, a petite carver, a spatula spreader, a paring knife, magic
You remember the
tongs.
whole
I forgot
thing.
the real name is.
You know,
Oh, there's a spoon. I lost the spoon, actually.
Why do you remember the whole thing? You had to memorize it?
I know, I just did.
So then what they tell you, basically, okay, you have to go and give us the money, thank you. Now you gotta ask your friends and family. They suggest that, or what do they tell you to do?
Oh, get this.
Yeah.
Before they hire you, or immediately after they hire you, before they bring you in for training, they ask you to make a list of all the people you know.
Wow.
By name.
Did they take the list?
And they don't take the list. After they hire you and bring you in and have you buy the knives and stuff, and say, okay, see all these people you know? Yeah. Well, call them and see if you can do appointments with them to sell knives. They don't have to buy anything. We'll give you $15 or some amount of money every time you do a presentation just for doing it.
How do you prove that you did it? Or how do they know that you even did it?
You have them sign your form.
The people that you showed it to?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think there's some sort of suspect people with this? Possible?
Maybe, but then
They'll
they
probably
ask
kill
you to get more. Yeah. I hope not. Then they ask you for, at every presentation, get at least 2 more names of people who might want the knives so you can call them and ask if they'd like to buy some knives.
Oh, God. It's a whole network. Are you supposed to recruit
And you
people
just end up,
to sell with you or to join the company?
if you recruit people you know, then they might know people you want to sell knives to. And they might sell the knives to them instead. And then you won't get your commission. And then you'll get fired and you won't be able to cut anything.
What do you actually get at commission-wise for selling the set?
I don't know, some percentage of...
You don't remember?
You get a percentage per... You get a set percentage for every sale you make, and I think the more you sell, the more money you get.
Did you sell any?
Oh, yeah. I sold a
did?
lot. I was pretty good. I'm a great salesman.
Who did you go? Who did you go to?
Some friends of friends, a little bit. Family members, friends of family members.
Give us a little bit of the presentation, if you don't mind. Try to sell us, all of us here tonight watching this. Sell us the knives.
Oh, man. I would have brought a knife with me if I knew I was going to have to sell them.
Should we do it next week, maybe?
Okay, so this is
go
my
ahead.
knife.
Yeah.
All right?
Yep.
Hi, well, I want to say thank you very much for inviting me into your home. So, if you'd allow me to give you a demonstration of some of the fine products that we at Cutco have to offer. So, one thing you'll notice about this knife is that it has a serrated edge. Well, what's that good for? Well, you need the right knife for the right job. And there's nothing more deadly and more dangerous than a blunt knife. So these serrated edges actually help keep the knife sharp. Let me show you how. See this piece of rope? Now it's 2 pieces of rope. How did that happen? Well, the knife is very sharp. Okay, well, let's say you're cutting a chicken, right? Or a turkey. Big bones, big problem. You're going to dull your knife. It's going to happen. Because the knife cuts so swiftly through the flesh, you know, whoop, right there, you hit the bone. That's going to dull your knife. Not these knives. Here at Cutco, we make our knives with a recessed edge. That's real cutting edge technology. So what ends up happening is that the metal bottom part of the serrated edge will hit the blunt thing, the thing that's rough, that's going to, you know, make your knife not sharp anymore, but the cutting edge stays protected and stays sharp. You see my point? So,
Wow.
yeah.
This is very confusing to me. I like it. This is so you came up with yourself, pretty much.
They basically tell you to run through each knife and say what it's good for.
Yeah.
But yeah, I improvised some other stuff and threw it in
Is
there.
that true that it does cut these things? Are they actually good?
Oh yeah. No, they're actually good knives. They're just sold in a really bass-ackwards way.
Do you think that we could get a sponsorship if we have you do this every week and someone buys it, we get a cut?
That would be pretty funny.
I totally expected you when you started your spiel that you were going to do a Crocodile Dundee reference to start.
Now that's a knife.
Yeah, I thought
I should have.
I thought you were going to pull out like a bad knife.
Oh no.
This isn't a knife. This isn't, and then you pull out the Cutco knife.
Oh, that's actually funny. They ask you to have people bring over their knives.
Bring us knives.
And we'll tell you why yours are bad and ours are good. Or why yours are good but ours are better.
Was there ever crimes committed with a Cutco knife? Like they went and like robbed someone at knife point? Or, you know what I'm saying? Or what if like...
I can see it happen.
What if they
They're
commandeered...
sharp,
what if during the presentation someone commandeered your knife and go, give me the knives?
Dude, if they took one knife... Dude, there's at least 2... If they took the petite French chef knife, I could protect myself with the petite carver.
You would pull like 20 knives.
Oh, dude, and the scissors. The scissors are crazy. They were fun. I'm pretty sure my roommate took them, but
you seem like why
really
did you quit
powerful.
this? What happened?
Where'd I put it?
No, why did you quit? If you seem like you're very enthusiastic about this.
Because
you could
they
still be there
wouldn't
now.
stop harassing me. They wouldn't stop harassing me. They just
did they
kept
do?
calling over and over. I'm at an effing comedy club, man. 9 p.m., 11 p.m., 10 p.m. They're still calling me. I'm like, I already checked in with you, D-bags. Leave me alone. That's unacceptable.
They call you at 11 p.m. about the knives? John,
Yeah, man. On a Friday night.
It's like they're pimps. Right?
They are, because they get paid based on how much their minions sell.
Where's my money, bitch? What did you do today?
And the saddest thing
Yeah.
is I got my job at Dunkin' Donuts,
Uh-huh.
Right before, like right when I was quitting.
Yeah.
But Dunkin' Donuts told me that I'd have to cut my hair because it was too long.
Yeah.
Not without me realizing I could have just worn a hair tie and it
What,
would
they
have been
didn't tell
fine.
you that?
No, they're just like haircut or hairnet. I'm like, I'm not wearing a hairnet. Are you kidding me? Fine. Because also I had bleached hair then. My hair was bleached like from here down.
What the hell was it? It was bleached a color?
Bleached to be Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Oh, yeah, I remember this.
It turns red. So
You
I
had a red
go
beard
back
at one point.
Oh, dude, it still grows in red. If I let it grow enough.
It's got a ginger face, ginger chin.
Daywalker. So, dude, what happens is I go in there and to tell the guy that I'm quitting and whatnot, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, you've been charged so much. You cut your hair," and I'm just like thinking to myself, I didn't cut my hair because I'm mature. I cut my hair so I could get a better job.
You matured so
Asked
much
me to do it.
because of us and our knives.
Yeah, right. Ugh.
You should have had some elaborate story about how you slipped and the knife cut your hair. And you.
These are too dangerous. I can't be seen.
Yeah. These knives are so sharp. I don't feel safe handling them. I cut my hair accidentally, and I lost a toe. You know, just come up.
The French chef knife is too long. It's a violation of my parole.
Just to see what he says. You know.
Yeah.
Probably like, no, that's all right. I've lost more than that. My genitalia was completely removed. It's all good. It's all for the greater good. Yeah, right.
That's why they call me Frankie Nine Toes.
That stuff's crazy though, because there's so much of this now with these health shakes and stuff. You heard about this? Like people all over the place, like especially the office where I work, and like these people are selling like shakes, shake mix, and like it's like I don't know what the hell it is, but there's like a lot of people are doing this shit. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean,
There's like
if
the
it's
pampered
actually
chef.
healthy, fine.
But like I don't know, you don't need these things. You could just go online to Amazon and buy whatever you don't need to have this whole elaborate thing.
Ooh, okay. Buy frozen fruit and a blender. Combine with ice, milk, or yogurt. You're done.
Yeah,
Delicious.
It's bizarre.
So good.
That this
I don't do it often because I'm lazy.
Plus, out of all the years of this as existing, these pyramid things, like people still don't realize, like, oh, this is like just to get one guy a lot of money, and you know, it's odd.
I mean, there are very good uses for protein shakes and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, if I work out or something, I'm gonna have one afterward.
Really?
It's a good plan. Yeah.
Huh.
But like, I just don't go nuts about it.
Okay. I think we should start a pyramid scheme of some sort.
We have to call it something else though.
We
need
do a
different
podcast. You do a podcast. Actually, you know what? I guess like machinima and all that shit. That's all like pyramid schemes, right? Like
I don't want to.
all those partnership things are kind of basically that, aren't they?
I mean, it's
You
weird.
sign up
'cause
with
they
us. You put ads on your stuff. We take some of the money. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's kind of the same deal, I think.
It sounds like it. Well, if it's a pyramid scheme, is usually where you recruit other people yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And then they're
if you
underneath
got,
you, and then you take part of their
yeah,
action.
exactly.
You make them do a lot of stuff, and you don't really help them out much.
I mean, on the plus side, dude, there are a ton of people.
Yes. That do what? What about them?
There's a lot. So if you
there's
you
just
could
a
get
lot of people.
opinions.
You're just making a definitive state. There's a lot of people. That's what you're doing.
Well, if you're gonna have a pyramid scheme, there's plenty of people.
There's plenty of people to pull from. If you want to rip people off. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Let's see here. Where do we want to go with this thing? I want to do some sort of a segment here where we come up with things. You know, one of those.
Okay.
I like the what do you want to do? Want to do the comic one? We suck at that one. It never works. We can try it again.
Because we never know the characters well enough.
I don't know. It just hasn't really hit. We could try. I do want to say
We'll give it an 8-minute limit.
We'll start off by saying we both got the Marvel Unlimited thing.
Okay.
We haven't spoken about this. So we got OJ and I. We were both talking about it for like a long time, and we both decided we will both get it. Try it out. It's Marvel Unlimited. Basically, like what is it? Like 90% of the comics they ever put out, probably maybe a little less than that, are available on this app.
There's some random stuff they don't have.
Yeah. Okay. You searched through this.
Well, they don't have Spider-Man 2099 after issue 3.
Yeah, let's get on top of that, Marvel jerks.
I want to read about how what is his name? Miguel O'Hara got addicted to drugs because of the company he worked for, and then became Spider-Man.
Oh, I love the 2099, man. So this is what we could do. I think we both
dark.
have this. We both have this thing. What we could do is maybe like read something or pick something really. It should be stuff that's real bad, maybe. And
Okay.
Howard the Duck or something. I don't know. Well, that's actually good though. But come up with some kind of issue, and then we could kind of talk about it quickly on each episode of the show. Because quite frankly, we're going to be here every week. We need to fill the show with something. Not just pictures of me with toilet paper. We can't do that every week. Maybe once in a while. But it'd be fun to pick something. Maybe you guys are out there too. Maybe you can check it out as well. We could have a little powwow about some kind of weird comic or something.
Book club.
A book? Yeah, you could be reading The Return of Reading Rambo, but it's now a book club.
Reading Rambo.
But as far as the app itself and stuff, what are your thoughts on it? Successful? You like
on the application?
I should. What was it? 65 for the year? 70?
65 for the year, or I think 90 if you accidentally click the wrong button, like I did.
Yeah, but you actually get like a toy or something with that.
I got an Ultron, which I currently have guarding my shrimp at the office.
Oh, it came. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. I got a little card too.
I feel like it's a good price because a lot of these other like apps are pretty similar, or actually more money for less stuff.
Yeah, it's like what, $6 a month?
It's something like that.
$60 a year? That's nothing.
Yeah, you get a lot of stuff, a lot of content. I actually,
$5.
I usually always fall asleep with it. Like I always go like lay down, and then I try to read something, and I just freaking collapse. Like, and I just fall. And I don't remember even what I read. But that's usually what happens. But yeah, I like the selection. It works really well. I have the Galaxy tablet, so it works well for me. I know you had some issues with it though, with your device.
Yeah.
What do you have?
Yeah. Well, first problem I had is that up until an update, maybe 1 or 2 months ago, it was really, really hard to actually get it to read comics. It would freeze all the time.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad. But since they upgraded, it's worked great. What stinks, though, is I can't run it on my Kindle Fire.
Huh. Is there a reason for this?
They don't have a Kindle version of the application. I heard there was some licensing agreement that's in the way, so they can't actually have anyone but another company release their comics on it. I don't know what actually happened. But, yeah, so that kind of stinks. But I read on my phone, it comes out pretty well. The only issue is I gotta zoom in for the horizontal pages.
I know we both read Maximum Carnage again.
Yeah,
we had a lengthy discussion about Maximum Carnage. Because at the time it was so huge, man. And they actually made a video game, obviously they made a video game about it. And you think about how big that is, like it's not a video game based on like a movie or based on the character, right? It's based on a specific run of comics. Think about that. Right? That's pretty big. And
for the time, yeah.
That's not really done though. I guess they did
Civil War.
They did Death of Superman,
the
game back then.
And
they did the Civil War, which was not really it was the same thing. It was Ultimate Alliance 2 for the last gen, but it's not very common that you take like a specific storyline and be like, this is what the game is, right? And,
yeah.
Yeah, we had a fun conversation. I don't think I remember a lot of it, but
Spider-Man is dumb and kicks Venom in the face.
Yeah, he's like constantly. It basically came out in the early '90s when things were starting to change. The culture was getting a little edgier, a little darker. Comics were getting a little more adult-oriented, I guess, at that time period, because the generation that had them when they were kids kind of grew up and they still wanted comics and blah blah blah. But so it's basically Spider-Man like fighting with this idea of holding on to like his ideals and his morals, his moral code of like don't kill and you do things a certain way, and then you have like Venom, who is now a hero basically, but he'll kill people, and you have like guys like the Punisher, you have guys like that Wolverine that do what they ever got to do, and the storyline's basically Carnage is just going crazy, he's killing everyone, he's out of control, and Venom's trying to stop him, Spider-Man's trying to stop him, and Spider-Man's ways don't really work well.
No.
So Venom's always like, we have to kill him. It's the only thing we can do. We have to kill him. And there's it just keeps happening where Spider-Man's like, okay, Venom, I'm with you all the way, whatever we gotta do. And then
I'll do this.
Then we'll capture Carnage and, like, about to kill him, and then Spider-Man will just kick him in the face.
Like, no!
Don't do that.
It's
It's
changed my mind.
And then they'll be mad, and then he'll go, okay, no, listen, all right. This time we're together, and I'll do whatever you want. And then the same thing, he'll just kick him in the face again.
Again. Like, Spider-Man even convinces other characters to be like, fight with me. We have to do this. It's the only way to stop him. And the other character's like, well, if Spider-Man says it's okay, well then it must be okay.
He finds this girl. Who the hell is she? She shoots, like, microwave
she has, like,
beams.
She basically shoots heat beams,
Yeah,
microwave beams.
he finds this girl, and he's like, all right, listen, you got to kill him. Spider-Man tells her, he's like, you have to finish him off. He's like, you have the power that could kill Carnage because you have the heat rays or whatever. And then she's like, I don't want to do this, but if Spider-Man says I should, I'll do it. And then she's about to kill him, and then again, he goes, don't do that. And then he like, what does he do? He kicks her in the face. Don't do that.
It's just kicking people in the face.
It's crazy. It's just completely out of control.
Oh, yeah.
But,
though, one
fun,
funny
though,
thing
yeah.
about the... Yeah.
Go ahead.
One funny thing, though. So my dad came over when my sister came to visit last week. He saw Maximum Carnage out of all the books I had, and he's like, can I borrow this?
Oh, yeah, people love it. But when you
He just picked it up.
You read it now, you're like, man, Spider-Man's really a freaking... she's really annoying in this.
Yeah, like...
Pick a side,
you know how many
man.
people died because of that?
It's like, pick your freaking side and stick with it, okay, Spider-Man? Wow. It's wild, you know?
He couldn't make up his mind.
Couldn't make up his very indecisive, maximum indecision. That's the name of the...
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, we should, I wish we I don't remember enough to really get into it more. So we should try to pick stuff that we could get into and, you know, all that. But, let's try this
Madeline
out.
Pryor.
You want to read that stuff?
No, I just read Inferno.
Oh, you're up to that? Where did you start from?
I
I started with Giant Size X-Men, and then I'm going up from there.
I started with, well, this was years ago. I started with the Essential X-Men book 1, where they got the new team, where Cyclops escaped from this island, and then Wolverine joined the party, Storm joined the party, Colossus joined the party.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I read from there all the way through, now the X-Men live in Australia, and everyone thinks they're dead. And Havoc is dating Madeline Pryor, his brother's wife.
They're still married? A lot of...
Well, she kind of died.
All right, well, that's very confusing to me. Let's get this going. Let's try to come up with some stories that maybe might be... Well, they probably won't be better than that. This is what we do. We take the Marvel Encyclopedia, which you see right here. We find some kind of crap character that no one wants to make a movie out of or anything. And we try to come up with a storyline that would be interesting to hear about. Okay?
Okay.
So pick a number between, I don't know, let's say, shit. I don't know. 12 and,
12?
from 12 to 421.
Okay.
Okay? What do you got?
12 to 421.
Something in there.
85.
Page 85. Let's see what we got. Should take notes on this too, by the way. Okay? It's important to take notes.
Me or them?
You.
Okay.
You can't do 85. It's an event. It's the Chaos War. We're not going to recreate that. We need to find a character. Do it again.
Okay, so between
This is great.
13...
Complete silence on the mic.
13 and 421.
Yeah. Say anything.
54.
Why are these all like low numbers?
I don't know, it's random.
Doesn't seem like it. Alright, we got some good ones on page 54.
Okay.
Do you want to choose? I got the Black Mamba. It's all bees, okay? Black Mamba, Black Tom, Blackwing, Black Swan, Blackout, or Black Talent. What are you thinking here? Black Tom's actually like a known guy. We should stay away from him.
Oh wait, is that Tom Cassidy?
Yeah.
Everyone knows him. Meh.
What do you got?
Let's go with Black Swan because
Wait a
everyone
minute.
wants to get confused
Wait
with
a minute.
Natalie Portman.
All right, Black Swan. Oh God.
So who is Black Swan? Let's see here.
I like this Blackwing. All right, let's go with Blackwing. Okay. I like putting the male characters through terrible. I feel bad about putting the females through terrible situations. You know, it's usually how I come up with things. Let's go with Blackwing because the first thing it says at puberty is the first word. Is the first two words. It says his name is Barnell Bohusk. All right, here we go. His first appearance, X-Men number 117, October 2001. Real name, Barnell Bohusk. Occupation, student / realty traveler.
What?
Reality traveler, I was messing with you. Student / reality traveler. Based out of New York City. You taking notes on this? He's 5'9", 122 pounds. That's pretty thin right there. Brown eyes, brown hair.
Yeah.
He possesses a suit that gives him superhuman strength, energy blast, and flight. And it says, at puberty, Barnell mutated into a bird-like human with hollow bones, talons, and wings. Soon after he joined the Xavier Institute, he was codenamed Beak. There he had 6 babies with fellow mutant Angel Salvador. This is insanity. After rebelling against the mutant Zord's attempt to take over the world, Barnell became dislodged in time, was forced to join the Exiles. He reunited with Angel and their children just before he lost his powers on M-Day. He joined the latest version of the New Warriors as Blackwing, wearing a high-tech suit that granted him powers. Did you get this?
Yep.
I like the puberty aspect of the character. I would focus on that a lot. For instance, it starts off something simple. There's hair in places that he never saw before. The next day, a zit or two, pimples. Day 3 has strange feelings about a magazine cover that he sees.
And it turns him into...
It has Barbara Bush on it.
Oh, gosh. And he acts... No, John, he acts
we gotta modernize
on
this.
these desires.
Well, yeah,
That's what turns him into a bird person.
All right, hold on. We got to modernize it, okay? Because I was going with 2001. So we got to go... Michelle Obama's on a cover of a magazine. And he feels things he never felt. He feels himself in many ways. And then the climax of this is, boom, the mutation forms, and he's a bird person, like OJ said. Okay? So now he's a teenage bird. What are you going to do now? Right?
Teenage bird
He goes online. Where can I go? Actually, you know what? It becomes almost like, I think we're going to change things around a little bit. It becomes like a recruiting thing, you know, like college football. They recruit the teenagers out of high school to join their teams. So there's like all these different groups you're trying to like get his attention. Xavier Institute, Avengers, Justice League. They're in this now. You got any other groups? West Coast Avengers. I don't know.
Excalibur!
Excalibur. So they're all trying to recruit him to join their ranks. And the Xavier Institute offers him a better package. What do they offer, you think? Or you know what, maybe he goes, he visits the campuses.
They do that.
And he sees this mutant, Angel Salvador. That's a woman, right?
I have no idea. Well, if he had babies, I guess so.
And what happens is he's there in the recruitment. It's supposed to be like a trial. He's there. There's a couple other weird mutants. Angel Salvador's a student at the school. That night they shack up. And he impregnates her. And he has to go to that school because of what he did. He's guilty about it. He feels guilty about it. Right?
He just feels so bad.
He feels a little bad about it.
No, there's no other option for me to do this.
Imagine being a young man.
Huh.
You just turn into a bird. You're trying to find pictures or something.
I was looking for something that would be relevant.
Okay.
I was trying to see who Angel was.
And she like he goes back home and she calls him and she's like, listen, okay, Barnell Bohusk, great name. I'm pregnant. I'm a little late. I found out I'm pregnant, and it's gonna be 6 kids. That's what it said here. I'm pregnant with 6. He's like, I can't deal with having a child. She goes, no, not a child. 6 children are coming.
That's.
And then he goes back, he goes to the school, and the whole thing goes down. And here it says that he attempted to stop Zorn to take over the world, and he was exiled. It's not really true. What happened is Xavier found out about this, and they kept the children a secret, and they were making Xavier pay for most of the bills and the diapers and stuff. He had enough. Barnhill here, he couldn't handle the pressure of all the kids, and he went into an interdimensional portal to escape the situation. And I don't know, you got anything else with this? I think that's the end of the story.
I don't think that there's anything else we can really take this to.
Yeah, he's just out there basically hiding from the 6 children and the wife. She
and
he's basically a derelict person that doesn't want to pay these the bills. What is it called? The child support.
Yep.
He's more of a villain, really.
He puts on the suit to hide.
Yeah. He puts on the suit. He doesn't actually save the day or help anyone. He keeps a secret identity. That's a great point to make. Because if you just want a secret identity, you just put on a costume in that world, right?
You're done.
And you don't have to be necessarily doing good things. You're just protecting who you are. You could be a criminal that did something terrible and you're hiding from the cops. Doesn't matter.
Nope.
So yeah, he becomes a villain. And this all ties into Avengers 3, which we'll see in a couple years. I like the beginning part of how he... imagine that as because they always do these origin things in the movies. Like Spider-Man, he gets the webbing, and then they show him learning how to do it. I like the fact that he masturbated and then became the bird. That'd be a really good visual.
He masturbated?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh gosh, now he's got feathers. Oh, that would be awful.
What are you looking at?
No, I'm just thinking about what happens where you just wake up and all of a sudden you're a bird and you're like, what did I do last night? I'm never doing this again.
When you become a bird?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough, John. Perhaps we'll build on this story as time goes on. Let's see here. I had something interesting happen the other day.
What was that?
I don't know if anyone else has happened to anyone else. Or maybe I'm the only one to see this with my own eyes. Outside. I like to go outside, hang out a little bit during the day if I'm got some time, get some fresh air. It's not all just listening to OJ's saliva in my ear all the time. Sometimes I like to take a little break. So I was just hanging out outside. Man, I think it was on the phone, actually. Middle of the day on the weekend. A very strange vehicle drives by my home. It's like a mid-sized car. It has an apparatus on top of it sticking out of it. It's a huge camera sticking out of the vehicle.
Oh no.
It is a freaking Google car.
They're doing it.
A Google car drove by my house with a camera.
They mapped it. You can't hide anymore.
It's a camera that has multiple lenses on it. So I'm going to be basically in this shot. Which is kind of weird.
They'll blur you out.
That's what they do. They take the people out. And license plates and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But how do they have the ability or the right to just drive through anywhere and just film anything? And
it's public.
How do we get that right? It's not public, dude.
It's not a private neighborhood.
Myself? I'm not public.
That's why you're going to be censored.
They'll just put a bar over my face.
If not more of you.
So they're allowed to just drive wherever they want to go. And just film this stuff? And that's how they do it? Where do they come from? Where'd that guy come from?
I don't know, but...
It's all very alarming.
Yeah. It's everywhere now, man.
This is how it is. You're there. Right.
Man, and I thought getting satellite photos of my house was weird.
Have you heard of this before from anyone? These Google cars?
Yeah, dude, that's how they do Google Maps, man.
I understand, but have you heard of anyone else seeing them?
No one. People aren't very often around. I haven't seen anyone like be around when one goes by. I mean, I'd rather see a Google
I
self-driving
think
car.
I'm the first one to find one. To see it with my own eyes. It's like a Sasquatch or something.
One of the best things
And I couldn't
ever
see
saw-
inside. I couldn't see inside the dude's face. It was like tinted or something.
Yeah, well,
And he was driving
they can see you.
pretty
You
fast.
can't see them.
He was going fast. It wasn't like a slow to film.
The guy was just going.
He was flying through, man. He probably had to go through like who knows where he had to go, but it was quite alarming. I don't know what to think of it. Do we really need these maps to be that accurate? This is necessary.
There are some advantages to it.
What are the advantages? Please tell me. I used to have a map that I'd pull out and you buy it at the grocery store. Would have the roads on it and the names of the roads. That was perfectly fine.
Well, if you check this thing I just sent you,
Yeah.
that I just put in the chat,
Okay.
you'll see why it's amazing. So for all y'all out
What
there,
is this?
a couple of guys found out when the Google car was coming by, or just got really lucky, and hung out on a street corner, dressed as Wayne and Garth.
This is how I'm
and
gonna look.
waited. Yeah, you're gonna look like that, all blurry.
It's not that blurry though.
Well,
I don't know
maybe they'll blur it out more.
because it's me, and I have a StayBallsy shirt on, which can't be shown in schools
Exactly.
or on Google.
No, seriously, I wonder if they get someone's shirt and it says something that they find offensive, do they get rid of it?
I would think so. Yeah,
I don't know, man.
it's certainly something, John.
Yeah,
don't know
well,
what's happening here.
I'm surprised that they're coming by like that area because it's the middle of nowhere.
Because why would you? Oh, thank you.
Is
Why would they want to come to your crap hole?
hey, it's where I came from.
I was waiting for you to say it's not a crap hole. It's not coming. Hey, my internet's better than yours. How do you like that?
Yeah, I know, right?
Where I am, I got better internet than you, Mr. Stanford over here. I put Stanford on the map. Okay.
You did.
Right.
So
I don't know. What do you think about all this stuff? Because of course all these nudes were put out or stolen this week. No, was there an OJ nude? You didn't hear about this?
Oh,
You didn't see these photos?
Kate Upton, Jennifer.
Whoa. It's weird. First of all, it's strange how it's all like put out there, because they'll basically say like, "Oh yeah, this happened. It's terrible," but they're kind of telling you to at the same time to like look for them.
Hey, go hunt down these naked photos.
It's like they're all over the
naked
place.
Photos. You don't know about the naked
It's
photos?
awful. Yeah, it's
like it's the Streisand effect. If you mention it, everyone's going to find out about it.
Yeah. It's sad, man. It's sad that stuff like that goes down.
If you want to see what?
Yeah, go ahead.
If you want to see what Jennifer Lawrence looks like naked, just watch her as Mystique. It's close enough.
And it's blue.
And no one gets hurt. And no one gets hurt.
People talk about like social media and how it's this huge thing. And I think a lot of people assume that's just going to keep growing and there'll be different types of apps and things like that. Do you think that they'll get to the point where it actually like has the opposite effect? These things that go down, where there'll be a point where these people look at this social. Remember that Twitter? Remember that thing? Like it'll kind of lose its popularity. It'll lose its steam.
Yeah, well, look at MySpace,
Do you
man.
think it's possible? Well, I'm saying,
Heck yeah, look at MySpace.
Well, I think with MySpace, everyone just kind of moved to another thing, right?
That's what happens.
And then you move to this other thing. But do you think as an entire thing, a entire genre, there'll be a point where like people aren't really using it anymore? So I feel like if there's just some huge thing that happens, where like everyone's information gets put out there or something, or some sort of a catastrophe, right? Maybe people will be like, yeah, I don't want to do that anymore. Like I don't have to tweet what I'm having for dinner Or, you know, the picture of what happened in the bathroom after the dinner. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you already posted that one, man.
Well, I do it. That's okay, but... As a whole, do you think social media will basically die? That's what I'm trying to ask you. At some point in the future. Or not be this juggernaut that it has become.
It's going to stick around. It might be in a different form, though. Things like Twitter,
Yes.
I could see sticking around for a long time. But I really do think that there's going to be some new form of stuff that comes out. I don't know what it's going to be. I mean, we've already got Vine and Snapchat and all that other crazy stuff.
Environment.
Mm-hmm.
But I just wonder, as a society, will people ever get tired of it? Like, I don't need to have all my shit out there for everyone. Like,
Yeah.
I don't need to do it.
It's
like,
possible.
Yeah.
There's actually a really good Saturday morning breakfast cereal comic about this, where everybody becomes psychic at some point, and they all find out what everyone else is thinking.
It's almost like that now. You could find out all kinds of things about people.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even need to, you know, you don't even want to know them.
Right.
It's
Even if you don't want to know anything, you'll find out anyway.
You know?
It's waiting for you.
It's there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're going to have to do a segment on the show in the future where we create our own social media app. What it will entail.
Oh yeah, heck yeah.
I have some ideas. One of my ideas, I think Twitter should steal this from me. But you already have like the hashtag before something. They should have other things.
Oh, I had an idea earlier today like this.
Yeah.
Cash tag. For
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Something.
Yeah, a cash, a money symbol, and then you type the person's name, and then you could request or give money. Now, imagine you had accounts where the only way you could tweet the person is if you paid them.
Hey, you know that's...
You might see this happen, and then you do instead of doing the hashtag, you do the dollar symbol, and then you could write your tweet, and then they take your payment, and then they'll respond, or they'll just see it. You don't even have to respond.
That's awful, dude.
Because there's all kinds of symbols,
That's
right?
awful.
Star, what is a star? Or percentage. You could have all kinds of things.
Oh, certainly. It's
endless.
Like, well, what are the other ones we have? We have... Looking at the keyboard here.
Pound?
Caret.
At?
Well, we use at and pound.
Yeah.
But the caret, the little pointy up arrow thing.
The pointy up.
Use that for something.
Carrot.
Who uses a tilde? I mean, really.
I think we should start.
Who uses a tilde?
We should just start doing it and see if it catches on. You know what I'm saying? Just start putting the cash symbol in front of stuff. This is what I suggest people do. That'd be wonderful. What do you see right now? What is going on?
Something popped up on my screen and I was confused.
What is it? You look very disturbed.
A receipt popped up and I was like, what the heck is this for?
Do you know now?
I don't even know why that happened. That is weird.
Do you know now what it is?
I know vaguely what it is, but I don't remember it. So
how did it pop up?
I have to...
How did it just
I clicked the wrong window.
All right. Everything's okay? Or?
Yeah, everything's fine. I was just like, wait, I don't remember buying that.
You made this face like, holy shit.
Yeah. No, because I was thinking of like stuff like, you know, how if people are on Kickstarter, but you know, they all have their Twitter accounts all tied to it, and their Facebook pages and whatnot. And like, if there was something that worked across all three, some magical little link that just brought everything together, people would get even more money.
Well, that's the thing. No one really gets money off these things, except for the people that made them.
Go figure, right?
Thousands of times.
Oh yeah.
You know. Oh, it's like everything. It's like they make these things, and it's like if you don't have them, then you're like the weird person. It's like you're not doing that. But it's actually weird that everyone would do the same thing, right? If you think about it.
Yeah.
That would be the weird thing. I don't know. Let's get into the art here as OJ's looking at some sort of bizarre screen that's making him freak out.
Still moving on then.
What is going on over there?
I'm good.
What did you see? Did you look for the nudes of the actresses that we talked about?
No. No, I did not.
Did you seriously do that?
No, I seriously did not.
It seems like you did.
I didn't.
Because as soon as we
I
started
did not
talking
do
about
that.
it, then you were like very quiet and we were looking at the screen like intensely and like typing something.
Yeah, because the thing came up and I'm like, wait, I needed to make sure that that was what it was. But no, I wasn't looking up
What?
nudes. I wasn't looking up nudes.
All right, I'm not saying you. I'm just asking. Our first picture here is from the big bad fox. Perhaps the fox that OJ was talking about before today's show. I don't know what he's talking about. He has made a map of Ramborgia. Ojakistan is in the north left quadrant.
Oh.
Ballsville, the home of balls. Ramistan, the capital of Ramborgia. Hawaraka,
Ramistan.
home of Howard.
It's Howmerica?
Hawaraka. Tradastan, home of the warlord, Entrada. Yeah, he would be like a tyrant there, I think.
Oh, dude, he would rule that country with a...
The people would be happy.
An honest fist.
They'd be happy to have his iron fist in their face. Hateland, the home of DSP himself. He has a lot of territory there.
Yeah, I'll note.
There'll be some wars
you
between
got
the territories.
most, but I'm barely next to you. But we're both on Ballsville.
Ballsville is like a disputed territory.
Excuse me.
Because like no one really owns it, but there's a lot of fights over it. You know?
I could see that.
Something like that. This comes to us from the King of Kings 5400. He's awesome, guys. We're making art the last couple weeks. Really good stuff. I think you missed some of it, but you'll have to catch up. Drew a picture of Schnozzman. Very nice.
Schnoozman.
Schnoozman. Oh, yes. Schnoozman.
Oh, Naris
I
Azul.
have heard of you. You are Naris Azul?
Whoa, dude, you look like you're about to headbutt somebody. You're ticked.
I actually threw Andre a message today to try to get him on the show. Let's see if he responds. I'm trying to get him on over the next couple weeks, maybe. Be nice to talk to him. Check this out, man. You have it open?
Yeah,
This comes
I
from
can see
I
it
Am
now.
Terrell is his name. And he made... he saw this. He was reading a Godzilla comic book. And basically, I'm in this comic. I am very
Oh, yeah,
popular.
I saw that.
And my likeness was stolen and placed on this comic book. But it is not me, my friends, because I would not be afraid of Godzilla. As you see, the person here is afraid. I simply would kick Godzilla in the balls.
Well, dude, it's
Laughing.
obviously you. Well, it's supposed to be you because, like, you've got basically the Dreamcast logo on your shirt. But yeah, you wouldn't
I don't
be
have a
worried.
shirt like that, though, so I think if they're going to steal my likeness, they should at least send me a shirt like that. Make me a shirt like that and send it.
Yeah, right.
There's a slew of art from
Also,
Bushi. Yes, go ahead. What?
do you call people kiddo?
I call you that, yeah. What? Why would you be insulted by that? It's not even that doesn't make any sense. Bushi made us several things. Are you crying now? Or I'm going to put your face on the
No.
screen. Are you upset?
No.
Alright. Now it's frozen. Alright. Comes to us from Bushi. Bushi's been sending some elephant facts to me, so I'm going to start doing those again.
Oh, nice, yeah.
And he said this is an example of an elephant using its penis for stability in order to reach tree branches with ease. Very nice. And breaking news, Mr. Rainbow found a bucket. This was from last week, apparently. Do you use your penis for stability and in order to reach tree branches or other things?
Not for tree branches, no.
Would you do it if you had the ability? And I'm not knocking
I
you.
probably want to keep it...
No human could do that, I don't think.
I want to keep it cleaner.
You know, like, I'm not knocking you. I'm not saying, like, you know what I'm saying? It's not a human trait, okay? So don't feel bad about that.
No, I'm just saying that I wouldn't want to do it because it doesn't seem like it would be sanitary.
So if you had the ability, you wouldn't do it? You could wash it afterwards.
It doesn't... I mean, I'd have to get, like, a shoe for it or something.
A sock?
That's porous.
You know what's weird
still,
about
and
it,
it's
though?
absorbent.
Like, it would have to be an erect thing. This is a weird conversation, but you know what I'm saying? It would have to be, like, solid in order to actually prop you up. So it'd be a situation where you're trying to reach something. Okay, think about this now for a second. It's like, shit, I need to reach this item, but I can't. Like in a store, like you're at a Costco, right? And you're trying to get something off the top shelf, and you can't reach it. So you're like, shit, all right. I have this ability to do this, so you have to basically get it going. You know what I'm talking about? And
I know what you're talking
and
about.
then use it to prop yourself. So it'd be like a really intricate process. Okay.
First of all, the way humans are designed, it would have to be taller than a
saying
leg, and
hypothetically.
you'd have to be able to put all your weight on it.
It's a hypothetical thing if you had the ability. Let's say it was the way it worked. You gained like an extra couple, like you get like a whole another 2 feet of your body because it plops down and it'll lift you up 2 feet.
I understand.
You would use it all the
John.
time. You would use it all the time, you liar. Don't lie. Just say you would do it.
I can't vouch that I would necessarily do it. I don't like putting my hands on the floor. You think I'm going to put something much more precious on the floor?
I assume
Boy.
if humans had this ability, they would make pants that would accommodate such a event.
They'd have to be pants with shoes for your penis. That's
There'd
all
be
it'd have to
commercials
be.
and everything about this.
Reach-a-rolls for when you need those extra few inches.
There you go. Bushi made a couple of news report things. This is the
Okay.
Mad Head, the Chief Ramborgian. He's the Ramborgian economist. And Bushi himself here. Headline, OJ is missing. OJ is missing. OJ is missing.
And everyone's happy.
Where is OJ? Probably propping himself up with his penis. Most likely.
In Costco.
In the Costco. And this is also from Bushi. A new logo for the show. It's very nice. As you see her lines representing the disease spreading. Covering the earth. Yeah.
Very nice.
Very nice, sir. Very nice. We're a little. We don't have a lot of time tonight. We're kind of. I think cut it a little shorter than usual. But do you have anything you want to throw in here before we? Well, maybe we'll do a comment or two or whatever. But do you have anything else? Oh shit! Open that again. Sorry. Is there anything else you want to throw into this pile, John? You want to talk about?
Not. I think I'm good for right now. Nothing that won't take time.
All right. This is from Method Productions. Aside from all of us, which Ramborgian would you want to wake up beside in the morning? Which Ramborgian would you want to wake up beside in the morning? Mark Crown, maybe, or Snide, perhaps. Bushi.
What?
Bushi.
I gotta wake up next to one of these folks?
Who would you like to wake up in the? Yeah, you have to pick someone.
Oh, dear Bob.
Snide, Heater, Vids.
Well, all the folks that I've
Rice
met in
Spirit?
person are really nice so far. I can tell you,
How about Rice
I'm
Spirit?
probably going to say not the doorman.
Oh, that's my pick.
What?
Yeah.
You want to wake up in the morning next to the Ramborgian doorman.
If you're gonna go, you gotta go all the way. Don't go halfway. This is anything. This is life advice. Anything you do, you go all the way. So yeah, that's my pick.
Oy.
You can say me if you want. I'm Ramborgian.
Yeah, I know.
Pick someone. I'm really silly.
Let me think. Who would take up the least space in the bed so it would have the most area to myself? I'm going to go with whoever the tiniest Ramborgian is.
So we have to. Okay, whoever the smallest is, then you win.
Yeah.
This is from Never Calypse. Have either John or OJ played the fighting game engine known as Mugen? If so, what are some of your thoughts and experiences about it? If you haven't, I highly recommend. It's got characters from Street Fighter and Morph for John, also Cyclops and obscure enemy characters for OJ. There's also an elephant that tries to kill you with an air hockey puck if you know where to look. It says, oh, yummy.
Right then.
My first
Have you
experience
played
with
Mugen, John?
My very first experience with Mugen, I was at EVO in 2007, and there's all these people showing up to play all these different fighting games, compete in this tournament, and I saw people crowd around a TV, and they were all just watching the thing and not playing the game. And I go, what in the hell is this going on here? And I walked over, and it was this freaking weird game, all these, like you said, all these weird characters from all kind of Mortal Kombat and Full House, or whatever, like all kinds of shit just thrown in there. And they were like making bets, basically, like throwing money on the ground, and then whoever like put betting on the different characters that fight each other, controlled by the computer. And that was the first time I ever saw it back then. And recently, Sturm guys turned me on to that. I think it's Salty Bets or something. It's called that on Twitch, where it's basically the same thing. It's the same thing. They just have they have the thing running, and then people like they make like hypothetical bets on it, I guess, and they have like points or something. I don't know. And it's pretty entertaining because you never know what the character's going to be. Like and you become like
random.
addicted to it because you're like, I gotta okay, one more match. Who's it going to be? And then you're like, you just keep having this in your head. Who's next? You know. So yeah, it's pretty good. I never actually. I don't know. Is this something you could actually play? I never actually played the game or anything
dude.
like that. But,
Yeah.
okay, you've done this?
I played a very, 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 very tiny bit.
Who did you select? Cyclops?
I think I probably picked Krillin.
Who did you face? Homer
I
Simpson?
don't remember.
Jesus?
But I don't know. I just got my friends played a lot
Bullet
more than
Bill.
I did. I always got the feeling that it was just not
Goldberg.
terribly well balanced.
It's not well balanced. Really?
No.
A homemade game?
Yeah.
Of glitches and cracked things?
Okay, you
Stolen
know.
intellectual properties? Should really balance this
Excuse
out
me.
better.
Thanks,
It is
John.
pretty awesome, just like the sheer amount of guys in it, though, you know. And Morph is in it.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen the Morph footage. People send me this all the time. People just send me like Morph videos. It's pretty awesome. Like there's certain days where I'll wake up and there'll be like a Morph video just waiting for in the email. Like here's a Morph.
And those are the best days of your lives.
I'm like, oh, this is great. Like how many people get to wake up in the morning and someone sent them a video of Morph during the night while you slept? Like that's not very
They
common.
wanted you to see it before you went to bed.
What the hell? This is from Os
Come on,
Commando. Would you prefer to give birth to a full-grown elephant or T-Rex? Oh my god. Also, OJ, what days, times are you going to be at PAX AU? PAX Australia.
I actually got those dates just today. I will be there the whole weekend.
When the hell is it?
Oh, derp.
I'd like to know as well, because I need
That
to
is.
figure out the show.
I'll be leaving November. I'll be there from. I think Friday, October 31st till through the whole convention. That's till like what Sunday? It's the 2nd is when it closes.
I have no idea. I don't know.
Yeah.
So you go. What do you like? Every PAX thing you're going? The PAX World Tour?
I'll be to every single one except I will have missed PAX South.
Where's that?
San Antonio, Tejas.
Oh wow, that's the one I would go to. See,
I'd go, but
You go a
it's the
little,
same weekend as another
do
convention.
a little river walk going there. Check out
Oh
the
man,
Spurs.
we can find a new urine alley
Oh, I'm sure. Of course, if you can't find one, you make your own.
and get Amy's ice cream.
So the only other thing I want to talk about here, we're about 3 weeks. Actually, 1 year ago today or yesterday was the 100 episode of the show 100. Pretty crazy. That went pretty fast, huh?
Yeah, obscenely fast.
And then 3 weeks from today is going to be the 3-year anniversary of the show. So we're going to try to come up with some ideas for some stuff to do there. And,
You'll enjoy it.
and then it looks like in October you're going to be gone for a bit. So we'll have to figure out some stuff. But in any case,
Yeah.
we're going to try to put some guests together, try to put some things together. I want to try to get back into do some hardcore comedy segments, I guess you call them, as we've done in the past. For instance,
Ooh,
next
nice.
week's going to be all about the fall TV schedule and new shows.
Oh man, some new shows and final seasons of other shows.
Which means we'll probably be showing shows that don't really exist and are kind of weird. But that's how we like to do it. And try to ramp things up a little bit. Working on that Sean's made a whole bunch of DVD. That's kind of like the main thing going on right now. And that's where we're at. So yeah, we're gonna be here. Every week, having some good times.
Great oldies.
Yeah, stick around, check it out, all that good stuff. How are you? What's going on over there?
I'm good.
You're tired?
Oh no, my throat's just really sore.
Ready to collapse?
I'm okay.
How's the new haircut working out?
It takes me a lot less time to shower every day, which is awesome.
Did you see any of the Simpsons nonstop?
No, I didn't. Did they finish?
Yeah, it ended. I saw the last one, and then at midnight it was some other show, and but it was like for 12 days, like it was. I just it was always there. It became almost like a security blanket in some ways. Like I would sleep with it on. I would just put it on for random times, like throughout, if I was around.
Aww.
Now it's over, But all good things must come to an end, as just like the show, my friends. So that's going to do it. Thank you for listening, being a part of JohnRamboPresents, the very best in free and optional entertainment. That's right, my friends. Toilet paper for all. That's what it's all about.
For everyone.
Keep the controversies going. Just a little bit longer.
Protect your bums.
We'll talk to you later, everybody. Bye-bye.